Matches the picture, doesn't it?
Yeah, so I think you're even better than pictures.
With hands in pockets, or
yeah. Oh, wonderful, yeah.
I really must remember to ask him what he's on. And tonight I've been invited to join some of the city's most celebrated socialites.
Hello, are you Vivian?
Hi.
Vivian Chow is the self-proclaimed prima donna of Shanghai. And she's hosting a dinner for some of her society friends.
I noticed that I'm the only man here, and so thank you for that.
Not being to find out what life in China looks like from their privileged perspective.
But what I think is good in China now is we are open, you know, so we encourage everything.
I think most Chinese now are very westernized.
You can have a Western boyfriend, you can marry Western people.
We even support gay friends like
yes,
yeah, like New York, like Paris, like Rome. I think. To me, the important thing is for the Western society to understand Chinese human rights, Chinese laws, and Chinese freedom. Because we have a lot of freedom here.
I'd heard about a group of ordinary people who found a way to make their living outside of the system.
we're a little bit undercover here. We haven't got permission to film here, so it's a little bit sensitive. We've come to look at some people who basically are entrepreneurs, a different kind of entrepreneur than the ones perhaps we've profiled before. They make their money by, I suppose the word is scavenging on the sort of rubbish dump over there.
This is one of the largest landfill sites in the whole of Asia, and it stinks. Every morning, around 6,500 tonnes of garbage arrives from the city. Although in theory it's illegal to enter the site, whole families have moved here and started an unofficial recycling centre. They've built their own shanty town to live in and spend their days in hay. I really wanted to be able to talk with these people, but they were clearly nervous. They knew we must be here without permission, and they could get into serious trouble.
Brought to you by Norwich Union Travel Insurance, because you just never know.
And weirdest of all, this animated promotion actually makes it look more lifelike than the place itself. See what I mean? I must admit, after 6 weeks away, I am feeling a little homesick, but my senses are now in a total state of confusion. This is England, but not as we know it. The town centre is almost totally deserted, and the pubs and shops, sadly, just a facade.
An old-fashioned London telephone box. Nice to see it, nice nostalgic sight. like everything in Thames Town, it's got no workings. It's not a phone box. I suppose you could stand in here and make mobile calls.
For some reason, the only people who are here appear to be about to get married. In fact, suddenly every available corner seems to be occupied by doting couples and their wedding photographers.
What attracted you to buying a house here in Thames Town?
The Thames Town is full of English styles, and I love the England novels and the film, like such as Jane Eyre.
Oh, Jane Eyre, yes.
Yeah, Pride and Prejudice.
Pride and Prejudice, yeah.
Yeah. So the Thames Town meets my imagination.
Have you ever visited England yourself?
Up to now, we didn't.
Ah.
Well, she's in for a shock if she does. It's much more crowded. So I asked Kenneth and his wife.
You know, the Chinese, they think it's the new one, the worth money. It's been used. It's like...
So it's a bit like buying a car. If you buy a new car, as soon as you drive it out of the showroom, it's depreciated.
It's the last night of my trip, and the locals have laid on a bit of a party for me. Actually, it's more of a joint party, really, because it's also National Day. On October the 1st, 1949, the People's Republic was officially founded by Chairman Mao. The Shanghainese may not have been Mao's biggest supporters, but they certainly like the idea of a communist party. My last day in China, and it's hard to believe it's nearly all over. I'm suffering a little from last night's partying, so with just a few hours to kill before my flight, Emma has taken me for a Chinese foot massage.
Oh! Oh! It's quite painful.
Yeah, but no pain, no gain.
Really? That doesn't mean anything. You might as well say no hurt, no shirt.
But you
Just
don't
as it rhymes doesn't mean it's accurate, does it? No pain, no gain.
I like it hard. The harder is better.
Really?
Yeah.
What are we talking about now?
I think I've survived my trip very well. Looking back over the past 6 weeks though, it's difficult to think what my highlight would be. I've experienced so much, it's been hard to take it all in. So it's just as well I thought to bring a film crew with me.
Brilliant series. Now, for your chance to win a trip for 2 to China and to find out more about Paul's adventure, go to 5.tv/allknown.